Hello, my name is Chloe Conwell and welcome to my Mildly Dirty Kitchen. Today I will be showing you how to make some really fabulous pumpkin bread. The three most important things to making your pumpkin bread is you have to have all your ingredients. That's my phone. You have to mix all your ingredients, obviously, and you have to bake it correctly. So, first we need 3 cups of sugar, 3½ cups of flour. I use gluten-free flour, but it really does not matter. 15 ounces of canned pumpkin, 1 cup of the vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of allspice. This says Jamaican allspice, but I don't really know what the difference between Jamaican and American allspice is, so just use whatever allspice makes you happy. Half a teaspoon of cloves. This isn't cloves, but whenever I get to cloves, you need half a teaspoon of it. This is actually nutmeg, and you need 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Oh, there's the cloves. Half a teaspoon of that. And 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Yes. Okay, so before we start on our second step, which is mixing the ingredients, you need to grease and flour your pan or pans. I use 2 loaf pans because that's how much the recipe makes, but you can also put it in like a big cake pan thingy, and it will cook that way too. It really doesn't matter, just whatever you want to do. So I use Crisco and a paper towel and get the really gross grease stuff all over it and grease the pan. And then after your pan is all greased, get about a tablespoon of your flour here and put it in the pan. Hold up, I'm trying to do that. Put it in your pan and then get the pan and hit it so that it spreads the flour everywhere. Okay, now for the mixing of the ingredients. So we need to combine first our sugar and oil. So we have 3 cups of sugar, and then we need to measure out 1 cup of oil. Okay, now we need to stir those together. Okay, now next we need to mix our can of pumpkin and our eggs. Wow, that sounds really gross. Okay, now for our eggs. Now, after you stirred that all together, now add 2/3 a cup of water and stir some more. Okay, now in a separate bowl, you want to combine all your dry ingredients, which is your flour, and you need 3 cups of that. And then your spices. And we need 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. 1 teaspoon of allspice. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just a second. teaspoon of cloves. Okay, and then we need 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. After you get all your dry ingredients, mix them together a little, and then add them into your bowl of not dry ingredients. And then stir them all together. On this recipe, you do not have to use the mixer thing, that really scary thing that is scary. Okay, now once you have all of the stuff mixed together, make sure you don't have a lot of lumps. It's okay if there's some lumps, but just make sure all the ingredients aren't combined. Okay, then you start to pour them in your pot or pan or whatever you call this thing. I don't even know. Okay, once you have all of your ingredients in your little pan, pot, whatever thingy, put them in the oven, and your oven should be on 350 degrees or 360. Mine's on 360 because my oven really stinks. So I have to kick it up like 10 degrees so it'll actually cook. So put those in the oven, which I'm doing right now. And try not to burn yourself because that would not be good. I do not want to be sued. Now put your timer on 40 minutes. Once your timer is on 40 minutes and your bread is in the oven, wait until your timer goes off, and whenever it goes off, put a toothpick or a fork or a knife or anything in the bread and make sure that it's completely solid. So we will wait and see what happens.